1,000 Pound Sisters, What We Know About the Death of Tammy and Amy Sladden's Grandfather. The final episode of Season 4 of 1,000 Pound Sisters included a scene in which Amy Sladden recounted to Holtram the tragic death of her and Tammy Sladden's grandfather. While it's not unusual for the documentary series to tackle difficult subjects, it was shocking to hear Amy casually mention her grandfather's death. When the news was dealt with so casually, viewers were shocked and, given the complicated nature of the story, immediately wanted to know what happened. Amy Sladden of 1,000 Pound Sisters spoke about her grandfather's tragedy during an interview segment on the show. After discussing her uncle's drinking problem, which became a major issue for the whole family, Amy said, "My uncle died from drinking antifreeze. My uncle gave it to him." Amy then added that her uncle was mentioned in Harry Spiller's book. 2. The revelation was shocking, especially since Amy continued to carry on as normal after he broke the news. Murder in the Heartland, Vol. How did the grandfather of the 1,000 Pound Sisters, Tammy, and Amy, die? The book, Murder in the Heartland, Vol. 2, which chronicles several difficult cases, explains that Amy's grandfather was given iced tea laced with antifreeze by his son, Charles Ellis. According to the Logansport Pharos Tribune, Amy and Tammy were hospitalized with stroke-like symptoms, and their condition worsened, eventually leading to the death of Amy and Tammy's grandfather. Charles was arrested and charged with triple murder within a month of his father's death. This tragedy occurred over 30 years ago, and interestingly enough, just a few months after Tammy was born in July 1986. Amy's take on the 1,000 Pound Sisters tragedy was shocking. Amy's comments on the 1,000 Pound Sisters were in the context of her brother Chris Combs' resemblance to her grandfather. But apart from a brief summary, not much was said about the tragic experience. Amy's attitude towards the crime was haughty, even laughing at the absurdity of the crime in interviews. As mentioned in the show, Amy's grandfather died before she was born. Although it was only a year ago, she does not have a personal relationship with her grandfather, which may have made it easier for her to talk about such a tragedy, especially in front of the camera. While Amy and Tammy often talk about and address mental and physical health issues in front of the camera, their family tragedy is another drama entirely. 1,000 Pound Sisters features some unusual, sometimes disturbing stories, but it rarely deals with such difficult themes. With Amy revealing something so dramatic in such a casual way, many are curious to know what else they can find out about the Sladden sisters.